Elderly individuals who surpass the age of 75 often remain active between the ages of 65 and 75. Those who embrace life and prioritize self-care always cultivate a healthy and fulfilling lifestyle, ensuring that their later years are enriched with joy and vitality. As you enter the period from 65 to 75, you may believe you have stepped into a phase of relaxation and leisure. However, many are unaware that certain familiar habits can gradually and subtly impact their lifespan, making old age more challenging than necessary. Taking charge of your health is invaluable. Being self-reliant is a gift, as even the most devoted children have their own responsibilities and may not always be able to care for you. The wisdom of aging gracefully lies in ensuring your independence, as self-sufficiency not only fosters better health but also grants freedom and dignity. Understanding the habits that can negatively affect longevity is crucial. The years between 65 and 75 are vital in determining the quality and length of life. By observing the experiences of long-lived individuals, we can uncover key insights that contribute to an extended and fulfilling life. Rather than leaving everything to fate, it is essential to recognize that longevity is shaped by choices and lifestyle. Some elderly individuals turn to fortune-telling, hoping for reassurance about their future. However, real peace of mind comes from cultivating a positive and proactive approach to life. Instead of seeking answers from external sources, focusing on health, balanced nutrition, regular exercise, and maintaining a peaceful mind leads to true well-being. A fulfilling life is built on healthy habits, not predictions or superstitions. As the body ages, physical resilience naturally declines, making it important to move with caution. Activities such as climbing to high places or moving recklessly can pose serious risks. A single fall can result in life-altering injuries, leading to prolonged recovery periods or even immobility. To prevent such situations, it is wise to create a safe living environment, minimize obstacles, and use assistive devices when necessary. Taking small but deliberate precautions helps preserve independence and ensures a stable, accident-free life. Financial security is another fundamental aspect of a worry-free old age. As earning capacity diminishes, having a stable financial plan becomes crucial. Savings, pensions, and other financial resources provide a safety net for unexpected expenses, particularly health-related costs. Economic stability reduces stress and prevents elderly individuals from feeling like a burden to their families. Ensuring financial independence allows for access to necessary medical care and fosters a sense of dignity. Thoughtful financial planning and disciplined spending enable a comfortable and stress-free lifestyle. It is also important to recognize the limitations of aging and avoid excessive labor. The body no longer has the same endurance as it once did, and overexertion can lead to serious health problems. Many elderly individuals push themselves too hard, believing they can work as they did in their younger years. However, prolonged fatigue weakens the immune system, increases the risk of cardiovascular issues, and can even lead to life-threatening conditions. Balancing activity with adequate rest is key to maintaining overall well-being. Light physical activities, coupled with ample relaxation, contribute to a healthier and more enjoyable old age. Being overly frugal can sometimes be counterproductive. While saving is a good habit, extreme thriftiness may lead to neglecting personal needs. Some elderly individuals hesitate to spend money on better food, comfortable clothing, or enjoyable experiences, fearing unnecessary expenses. However, old age is the time to reap the benefits of past efforts. Savoring good meals, engaging in leisure activities, and investing in personal comfort enhance the quality of life. Financial resources should be used wisely to improve health and well-being, rather than hoarded unnecessarily. For many elderly individuals, their home represents a sanctuary filled with memories and a sense of security. Moving into a new environment, especially under pressure from family, can disrupt emotional stability. While children may have good intentions in suggesting a move, it is important to prioritize personal comfort and independence. A familiar living space contributes to emotional well-being and a sense of belonging. Thoughtful consideration should be given before making any major relocation decisions, ensuring that the choice aligns with personal needs and preferences. With the growing market of health products, it is easy for elderly individuals to be drawn into purchasing expensive supplements and medical devices. Advertisements often claim miraculous health benefits, but not all products deliver as promised. Rather than spending money on unverified health trends, it is better to focus on proven methods such as a balanced diet, regular exercise, and adequate medical care. Making informed decisions about health investments prevents unnecessary expenses and ensures that financial resources are utilized effectively. Aging is an inevitable journey, but it can be navigated with wisdom and grace. The habits cultivated in the years between 60 and 70 play a crucial role in shaping the later years of life. By adopting mindful practices, prioritizing well-being, and maintaining financial security, elderly individuals can enjoy a fulfilling and independent life. Each choice made today contributes to a healthier and more rewarding future, ensuring that old age is embraced with dignity and joy. Living a healthy and fulfilling life in old age requires conscious effort in maintaining well-being. A balanced diet, regular physical activity, and routine medical checkups play a crucial role in ensuring good health. These habits not only promote longevity, but also help in preventing unnecessary expenditures on unreliable products and treatments. By focusing on these essential aspects, individuals can take charge of their health effectively without falling into the trap of deceptive health trends. A life partner holds an irreplaceable position, especially when children grow up and become preoccupied with their own responsibilities. In old age, a spouse remains the closest companion, providing emotional and mental support. Arguments and misunderstandings can lead to stress and emotional turmoil, adversely affecting overall well-being. Instead of engaging in conflicts, it is essential to cultivate understanding, patience, and mutual respect to sustain harmony. A peaceful and affectionate relationship with a partner contributes to a happier and more content old age. As the saying goes, an old couple journeying together through life is one of the most precious relationships, making the later years more fulfilling and joyful. Feelings of loneliness can be overwhelming in old age, but rushing into remarriage is not always the right solution. Marrying later in life often comes with complexities, including differences in lifestyle, financial concerns, and relationships with children from previous marriages. While some individuals find happiness in remarrying, others may experience emotional distress due to unanticipated conflicts. Instead of hastily seeking a new spouse, older adults can find solace in nurturing social relationships, spending quality time with grandchildren, and engaging in community activities. True companionship and happiness should stem from mutual understanding and not simply from the fear of being alone. The idea of moving into a nursing home can be a difficult decision. While these facilities provide specialized care for those who need it, they can also evoke feelings of isolation and detachment from family. The unfamiliar environment and dependency on strangers can contribute to sadness and depression. Whenever possible, staying in one's home, surrounded by memories and loved ones, offers a sense of security and comfort. Hiring in-home caregivers can be a viable alternative for those who need assistance while preserving their emotional well-being. Maintaining a familiar and loving atmosphere significantly enhances the quality of life in old age. As people retire, the bonds they once shared with colleagues and work acquaintances may gradually fade. While these relationships were once meaningful, it is natural for individuals to move forward in their respective journeys. Instead of dwelling on lost connections, embracing the present and focusing on close family ties and friendships is crucial. Accepting this transition with a positive mindset allows for a smoother and more fulfilling phase of life. By cherishing the relationships that hold genuine meaning, one can cultivate happiness and inner peace. At times, older adults may find themselves overwhelmed by life's uncertainties and challenges. However, not every problem requires an immediate solution. Patience and a calm mind often lead to better clarity and decision-making. As time unfolds, many concerns resolve themselves naturally. Avoiding impulsive reactions and taking a step back to analyze situations before making decisions help in maintaining mental and emotional stability. A composed and patient approach to life ensures a more relaxed and enjoyable old age. Wealth and financial matters can be sensitive topics, particularly within families. Boasting about one's assets can inadvertently lead to envy and strained relationships. When financial affairs become a point of discussion, misunderstandings may arise, causing rifts among loved ones. It is wise to maintain discretion regarding personal wealth, sharing financial information only with trusted individuals when necessary. By practicing modesty, one not only safeguards assets, but also nurtures harmonious relationships, free from unnecessary conflicts. A strong community bond is essential in old age. The saying that a good neighbor is more valuable than gold holds true, as neighbors often play a crucial role in times of need. A supportive neighborhood provides security, assistance, and companionship. Small acts of kindness, such as exchanging greetings and offering help, foster goodwill and create a warm, living environment. Engaging in community interactions reduces feelings of loneliness and enhances the overall quality of life. Developing and maintaining good relationships with neighbors ensures a sense of belonging and support, making daily life more enriching. As mobility decreases with age, ensuring a safe and well-lit living environment becomes increasingly important. Poor lighting can lead to accidents such as falls, which may result in severe injuries. Taking precautionary measures, such as installing adequate lighting and carrying a flashlight when walking in the dark, enhances safety and reduces the risk of mishaps. Attention to these small yet significant details helps seniors maintain independence while safeguarding their well-being. Comparing oneself to others is an unavoidable human tendency, but it often leads to dissatisfaction and frustration. Each person's journey is unique, shaped by different circumstances, opportunities, and challenges. As individuals age, inevitable changes occur in health, finances, and lifestyle. Instead of feeling disheartened by comparisons, embracing one's reality and appreciating life's blessings fosters contentment. Finding joy in simple pleasures and acknowledging personal achievements pave the way for a more fulfilling and peaceful old age. Focusing on the positive aspects of life allows for a greater sense of gratitude and happiness, making the later years truly meaningful. Being grateful for what one has is an essential part of a fulfilling life. True happiness doesn't come from comparing oneself to others, but from appreciating and embracing one's own circumstances. Instead of constantly measuring one's success against others, finding contentment in small joys leads to a more peaceful and satisfying life. Overeating is another habit that should be avoided. The principle of eating just enough to be satisfied and leading a long life highlights the necessity of portion control. Consuming excessive amounts of food puts unnecessary strain on the digestive system, leading to bloating, indigestion, and long-term health complications involving the stomach, liver, and heart. As the body ages, digestion naturally slows down, making it even more critical to eat in moderation. Overconsumption can result in digestive and cardiovascular issues, adding stress to an already aging body. Instead of indulging in large meals, seniors should opt for smaller, well-balanced portions that provide essential nutrients without being overly heavy. Additionally, taking light walks after meals aids digestion, prevents excess fat buildup, and contributes to overall well-being. Maintaining a mindful eating habit ensures a longer and healthier life. It's also important to be cautious about high-fat and high-salt foods. Diet plays a vital role in health, especially as people grow older. Consuming foods rich in unhealthy fats, oils, and excessive salt raises the risk of cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Since aging reduces the body's ability to process heavy foods efficiently, a diet filled with unhealthy choices can lead to discomfort, bloating, and the worsening of chronic conditions. Instead of consuming food indiscriminately, seniors should focus on well-balanced meals that incorporate fresh vegetables, fruits, and nutrient-dense foods. These options are not only easier to digest, but also ensure that the body receives vital vitamins and minerals. Hydration is equally important. Drinking adequate amounts of water and reducing sugary or alcoholic beverages significantly contributes to better health. Listening to the body and making necessary dietary adjustments helps in maintaining strength and vitality in later years. Managing emotions is crucial for overall health. Negative feelings such as anxiety, anger, and sadness significantly impact both mental and physical well-being. Studies indicate that a vast majority of illnesses stem from prolonged mental distress. When stress levels rise, the body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can harm the immune system, cardiovascular health, and nervous system. As people age, they often encounter challenges such as declining health, loneliness, and financial concerns, making them more vulnerable to stress and depression. However, rather than allowing negative emotions to take control, it is important to develop strategies to regulate one's mood. Engaging in activities such as meditation, yoga, outdoor walks, or social interactions can provide emotional relief and enhance overall happiness. Cultivating an optimistic and positive outlook not only fosters a sense of joy, but also contributes to long-term health preservation. Engaging in suitable physical activity is another key factor in maintaining health. While exercise is crucial for both physical and mental well-being, not all workout routines are appropriate for older adults. High-intensity workouts may lead to injuries due to the body's decreasing strength and flexibility. Seniors should opt for gentler exercises such as walking, yoga, tai chi, or swimming to maintain strength and mobility without overburdening their joints. The key to reaping the benefits of exercise lies in consistency. A well-maintained fitness routine enhances cardiovascular health, strengthens immunity, reduces the likelihood of chronic illnesses, and improves mental clarity. Finding a sustainable and suitable workout regimen ensures longevity and a better quality of life. Prioritizing health care is essential, especially as one ages. While youth often brings a sense of invincibility, neglecting health in later years can lead to serious repercussions. Regular medical checkups, a balanced diet, and consistent exercise form the foundation of a healthy lifestyle. It's crucial to pay attention to bodily signals such as persistent pain, fatigue, or unusual changes, as these could indicate underlying health conditions. Healthcare isn't limited to physical well-being, but extends to mental health as well. Prioritizing restful sleep, managing stress, and maintaining a positive mindset contribute to overall longevity. Taking proactive measures to maintain health leads to a more enjoyable and independent old age. Sleep is another critical factor in aging well. Sleep patterns often change with age, with many older adults experiencing shorter and more disrupted rest. However, lack of quality sleep can lead to memory problems, fatigue, increased stress levels, and even severe health risks like heart disease and strokes. Many seniors wake up multiple times during the night due to health issues such as nocturia, joint pain, or anxiety. Nevertheless, sleep remains a fundamental process for restoring energy, healing the body, and maintaining a refreshed mind. To improve sleep quality, older adults should establish a consistent bedtime routine, avoid heavy meals or caffeine before sleeping, and create a calm and comfortable sleeping environment. Additionally, relaxing activities such as reading, listening to soothing music, or practicing meditation before bed can promote deeper sleep. Caring for sleep directly translates into caring for both physical and mental health. Health is one of the most valuable assets in life. During youth, it is often taken for granted, but as people age, they realize that good health is irreplaceable. Wealth, fame, and material possessions lose their value if one does not have the physical well-being to enjoy them. A strong foundation of health allows for an independent, happy, and fulfilling life. The most important aspect of aging gracefully is adopting a lifestyle that includes a nutritious diet, regular exercise, routine medical checkups, and a positive attitude. Maintaining good health requires commitment and mindfulness. Recognizing even the smallest warning signs and addressing them promptly can make a significant difference in the quality of life. No amount of financial security can replace the vitality that a healthy body provides. Making a conscious effort to invest in both physical and mental well-being ensures a fulfilling and vibrant old age. The insights shared here serve as essential lessons for maintaining well-being and finding peace and joy in later years. Avoiding common health pitfalls helps in preserving strength and confidence during old age. By implementing these habits, seniors can enjoy not just a longer life, but also one filled with happiness and fulfillment. Understanding the significance of proper health care, balanced nutrition, and emotional well-being allows older adults to navigate their golden years with ease and dignity. Aging brings many concerns, but the most significant fear for many is losing independence and becoming a burden on loved ones. Beyond the visible signs of aging, such as wrinkles and gray hair, the deeper concern lies in maintaining autonomy despite declining health. The thought of being bedridden and dependent on others is a troubling one. The loss of physical strength often brings emotional turmoil as well, making it essential to cultivate a resilient and positive mindset. Even when facing illness, maintaining a good mental state helps in reducing stress for both oneself and one's family. Those who remain optimistic and maintain good emotional health provide their loved ones with peace of mind and reduce the burden of caregiving. It is crucial to embrace old age with grace, patience, and a sense of gratitude, ensuring that the later years remain fulfilling and enriching for both oneself and those around them. An optimistic mindset allows one to face life's hardships with resilience while embracing both the joys and sorrows of existence. Life and death are natural parts of the human experience, yet death remains an unsettling topic. When a doctor informs someone that their days are numbered, it is only natural to feel a wave of emotions, dreams left unfulfilled, places never visited, and responsibilities left incomplete all weigh heavily on the heart. Life is a journey filled with triumphs and failures, love and heartbreak, laughter and tears. Though regrets may remain, recognizing them as an integral part of our story helps us shift our focus away from gain and loss. When illness strikes, ignoring it is futile, and blaming others achieves nothing. True strength lies in accepting reality and facing health challenges with courage and positivity. A determined individual finds ways to embrace life despite difficulties, much like the characters in the film A Beautiful Dream. Whether an ordinary worker or a person of great wealth, when confronted with a dire diagnosis, they choose to make the most of their remaining time. They take bold steps, fulfilling lifelong aspirations, experiencing adventure, and cherishing the love of those around them. Though their final days are tinged with sadness, Their families find solace in knowing they truly lived. Renowned writer Kim Dung once observed that life is like a bustling performance, and when the time comes, one departs quietly. Those who maintain an unwavering spirit in the face of adversity resemble warriors, unyielding in their battle against fate. They neither retreat in times of struggle nor lose hope, whether they succeed or fail. A forgiving heart is equally essential, as clinging to rigid expectations can become a burden, especially in relationships. Older adults, in particular, learn that they cannot demand their children be at their side constantly when they are unwell. In today's fast-paced world, people are often stretched thin, juggling work and personal obligations. A recent example illustrates this dilemma. A relative of mine was severely injured in an accident and required long-term hospitalization. His children, though deeply concerned, were unable to be with him around the clock. Once his condition stabilized, the family had to choose between hiring a caregiver or taking turns tending to him. However, my relative staunchly refused outside help, believing it was his children's duty to care for him. This led to one of his sons leaving his job, creating financial strain for the entire family. Understanding individuals recognize that their loved ones have limitations. Instead of imposing excessive demands, they make arrangements for their own well-being whenever possible. If they have the means, they hire assistants to maintain their daily routines, only seeking help from their children in critical situations, such as important medical decisions. This approach ensures that their children are not overwhelmed with guilt or sacrifice beyond their means. Another vital aspect of a fulfilling life is maintaining a thirst for knowledge and self-improvement. The saying goes, "Live to old age, learn to old age." A person who remains curious and eager to grow never truly feels old. While physical ailments may arise, an engaged mind keeps one from falling into despair. Instead of merely existing from day to day, one should strive to expand their horizons, nurture relationships, and remain passionate about life. Even those confined to bed due to illness can still embrace life in their own way. When given the opportunity, they make an effort to move, express their wishes, or even enjoy their favorite meal despite medical restrictions. The elderly who have found peace in their final days do not fear death, but accept it with grace, ensuring that their grandchildren and loved ones are not burdened by their passing. Aging is an inevitable process that brings birth, growth, decline, and eventually death. The key is to confront this cycle with courage and wisdom, minimizing the weight of concern on future generations while ensuring that every moment is lived meaningfully. In the final part of this reflection, consider the story of a mother and child. One day, a young girl came home and asked her mother, "Mom, today I heard people say you are a prostitute. My friend said the same, but I don't know what that means." Her mother's face darkened as she pulled the girl onto her lap. The coldness of the bed seeped into the child's skin, making her shiver. The previous night's rain had left moisture in the room, as if trying to cleanse the sorrow that had long settled there. Loneliness can be cruel, especially for those who have endured a lifetime of suffering. The mother had grown accustomed to solitude, and though the word man often carried notions of protection and responsibility, for her it evoked painful memories. At the tender age of 14, the girl noticed how people eyed her with disdain. They whispered cruel words about her mother, and though she did not fully understand their meaning at first, she found their tone amusing. Her first memory of the word prostitute came when she was just 5 years old. She had asked her mother about it innocently, unaware that her question had pierced her mother's heart like a dagger. After that day, her mother sent her away to live with her grandmother, where she remained throughout her childhood. During her school years, her mother never attended a single parent-teacher meeting. She had no father, and in her early years, she felt invisible, just another child lost in the background. Each time a school event required a parent's presence, her grandmother would grow tense. When her grades slipped, her grandmother's anger would erupt. "If you don't study well, People will look down on you. Do you want to be a disgrace?" As she grew older, she began to understand the depth of her grandmother's pain. Each time she uttered the word prostitute, she realized it inflicted a wound not just on her mother, but on her grandmother as well. They had both been forced to endure society's harsh judgment, trapped in a web of circumstances they could not escape. At times, the girl believed her grandmother did not love her, but as the years passed, she came to see that love does not always come in the form of gentle words or warm embraces. Sometimes, love is expressed in sacrifice and resilience. For those still listening to this story, if you find these reflections meaningful, please let us know by commenting below. Your engagement is invaluable. The girl's childhood was not filled with the joys that many take for granted. She had few cherished memories, no favorite pastimes, and no one she could truly call her own. She often sat silently, watching other children play, longing for the presence of a mother she barely knew. Every month her mother sent money home, but she rarely visited. When she did, it was fleeting, just enough time to bring gifts and whisper words of love before disappearing again. The scent of her perfume lingered long after she had gone, a painful reminder of the distance between them. "Listen to your grandmother," her mother had said. "I will bring you more gifts when I return." But behind those words, there was an ache that no child could fully comprehend. One day, her mother remarked that the girl did not resemble her or her grandmother. It was a passing comment, but one that left an imprint. Her grandmother had once been the village beauty, and her mother had inherited that same grace. But the girl? She did not share their features. Perhaps she was different in other ways too, destined to forge her own path beyond the shadows of a painful past. As we reflect on this story, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit. No matter our circumstances, we each have the power to shape our future with optimism, forgiveness, and an unyielding will to live. Perhaps I bore a resemblance to the man I fleetingly imagined was my father. But as a young girl growing into womanhood, I also attracted stares, some curious, others judgmental. I resented every look that carried disdain, every whisper that questioned my worth. I vowed that one day I would prove them all wrong. I was not what they assumed. I was more. I was pure, and I had the potential to shine brighter than 1,000 souls combined. I buried myself in my studies, pouring every ounce of effort into excelling, believing that if I achieved enough, fate would not forsake me. My academic performance quickly outpaced expectations. The day I received my acceptance letter to an elite school, I walked home with my heart soaring. Every step I took was a silent triumph over those who had ever doubted me. Their words no longer mattered. That night, my grandmother prepared all my favorite dishes in celebration, but my mother's absence left a hollow ache in my heart. Had she brought me into this world only to leave me behind? On such a pivotal day, why wasn't she there to share in my victory? My disappointment simmered into resentment, and then, just as I began this new chapter, she left me forever. The news came like a storm, sudden and merciless. I stood frozen as they carried away the coffin. That evening, under a sky painted in muted grays, I followed like a ghost, my spirit emptied of all feeling. I watched them lower my grandmother into the earth, the same earth that now held my mother. She had shed endless tears since discovering my mother's illness, yet I, selfish in my youth, had failed to see their silent suffering. No one had told me, no one had shared the truth that my mother had been battling a cruel, unforgiving illness. HIV, a fate that society often condemned without understanding. When everyone else left, I stayed behind. My body trembled with sobs I could no longer suppress. I clawed at the fresh earth, my fingers bleeding, as I pleaded with the universe to return her to me. I had worked so hard, but she would never see my success. I had done nothing to ease her pain. And my father, who was he? The man who had abandoned us so completely, even in death? That night, I could not sleep. My mother's framed photograph stared back at me, a haunting reminder of the love I had lost. Desperation took hold of me, and I turned to my grandmother. "Grandma, why didn't she ever tell me who my father was? Please, I just need to know." For a long moment, my grandmother remained silent. Then, with frail hands, she retrieved a small, weathered trunk from the depths of an old cabinet. My heart pounded. Inside that trunk lay the secret my mother had carried to her grave, the truth I had long been denied. That night, beneath a sky that wept along with us, my grandmother and I sat together, our tears merging in silent sorrow. She placed a sealed envelope in my hands. My fingers trembled as I held it, the paper still faintly marked with my mother's touch. "My dearest Follow, please don't harbor anger toward your mother. I know I am not much different from others, yet I was never able to give you the life you deserved. I have no right to ask for your forgiveness, and I have never forgiven myself either. There were moments when I felt my life had lost all meaning, but then there was you. You were my light, my reason to keep going. You may not know this, but bringing you into this world was the bravest decision I ever made. I was terrified, Follow. I was just a girl, 17 and innocent, when my world was shattered by cruelty I never invited. 3 men stole my future, leaving me broken and alone. I had never known love, never experienced the warmth of a kiss. Yet suddenly I carried a life inside me, conceived in violence. Everyone saw me as tainted, a girl with no dignity. But my darling, you must believe me when I say I was innocent. I was forced into a world that never gave me a choice. Shame followed me wherever I went. Even my own mother, your grandmother, turned her back on me. I left home, seeking a life where no one knew my past. But that world was cruel, and I had no means to survive except to surrender to it. I became what they wanted me to be, a woman stripped of identity, reduced to a body for sale. I have tried, my love. I have tried to rise above my past, but fate has been unkind. If you look down upon me, if you feel ashamed of the mother who brought you into this world, I will not blame you. You deserve so much more than I could give, but I beg of you, live. Live a life full of meaning. Study hard. Chase your dreams. Take care of your grandmother. And when the day comes that love finds you, let it be pure. Let it be beautiful. I will never see you in a wedding dress, standing beside the one who cherishes you, but I will always dream of it. Don't cry for me, my child. I am at peace, knowing that you have a future ahead of you, that you will smile, and when you do, the world will see how truly beautiful you are. I love you, always, your mother. As I finished reading, my body shook with an ache deeper than I had ever known. My mother had never been the woman they claimed her to be. She had been a victim, a survivor, and now she was gone, leaving behind only these words, soaked in sorrow and love. Life is unpredictable, often unjust, but it is in our hands to rise above the past, to build a future worthy of our struggles. To those of you watching, I ask, what will you make of your story? Will you let the world define you, or will you carve your own path? If this story has touched your heart, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's create a space where experiences, pain, and hope can intertwine to build strength. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support allows us to continue telling stories that inspire, heal, and transform. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to rise, to live with purpose, and to cherish the love that surrounds us. Until next time, take care of yourselves and never stop believing in the beauty of your own journey.